Hey guys, YouTube world, my subscribers, thanks for subscribing, I appreciate that. And anyone who happens to have stumbled across this channel and video. If you like what you see, check out other videos, subscribe if you want to or don't, it's your deal. Today I'm going to do a quick, or try to do a quick gear review on the CNOC Outdoors Vesica Collapsible Bottle. What I like, what I don't like, and whether or not I think it's right for you. All right guys, getting into it, I used this on my PCT attempted through hike over 1,000 miles, and I have 2 of these, and I have some pretty good experience with this. I think over 1,100 miles with this. I had some chances to test this out and see what really does and doesn't work, so I'll try to keep this sort of shorter and sweeter and to the point. This I got from Lightsmith, and I'll go ahead and I'll put it in the description below. But they have a couple of different versions. This is for the Be Free, they have a Sawyer version, they're threaded for that. This is essentially the same kind of material. It's a little bit different, but you get the idea, as the CNOC bladder. We just wrapped it around. And you have more durable plastic on the bottoms here. One thing that's really nice about this, and sets it apart from smart water bottles and others that I can tell, as far as I can tell, is that this is made from TPU, which is BPA free, but also BPS as in Sam and BPF as in Frank. And you can go ahead and Google those. Not great chemicals to have in your water bottles. So this is free of all of that. Hey, sorry to jump in like this. What I meant to say was that this water bottle is the only one that I can find that openly advertises that is BPA, F, and S free. I don't know about smart water bottles or anything else. I've Googled it many different variations and ways. Couldn't find anything disclosing if it was or was not BPS or even F free. Every time you try to search for it, it always comes up with BPA. So maybe smart water bottles and others are. I know glasses for sure, but who's carrying that out on the trail? But either way, take that for what it is. This is the only one I could find that openly advertises all 3 are not found in the bottle. Like I said, it's threaded for the Be Free or the Sawyer Squeeze, depending on which one you want to buy. It comes with a cap, but it's flimsy and I got rid of it. It actually broke. But what I wanted to do was go over some of the pros and cons. And then, like I said in the intro, whether or not I think this is right for you, or really could be right for you. So a pro is that this is pretty malleable. The other big pro I'm going to show you here now is that when you filter water through this, it creates a suction. You don't have to, as you would with like a smart water bottle, undo the filter so that pressure would release and then go back at it again and really get your hands tired from squeezing that plastic bottle so much. So when you filter, it creates a suction, so it stays this way, it stays in this form. And then the next time, it creates a suction. So you don't have to undo it, like I said. The downside, which you can see here, is that it does this. So the main point, the main pro for me is that you just filter the water, it's fast, it's easy. You could say it's a pro when you put it inside of your pack. It does pack down more, so it's collapsible, it's twistable, you have that. But that's the major selling point, right? But the downside to me is that when I had it in my pack, it would sort of flop over like this. And then I you know, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't hard to get in and out of my pack, but once I did filter some more water, then I could, you know, sort of push this down. So that was kind of a con to me. Mainly, and it might be a pro to you, but for me it was a con, mainly because unlike a smart water bottle, it's not fixed, it's not rigid. So when you pick this up, I step back a little bit. You gotta do this, right? So I didn't enjoy that for drinking. It wasn't too bad for carrying, but it was this. The other thing that is a little bit of a con, it's not on this bottle, it's on the other bottle that I used. Kind of the seal here was starting to come a little bit loose. It kind of got down a little bit. There's some dirt. You could tell that it was starting to come apart just a little bit. So that's an issue to be aware of, is that this, you know, pliable, which is nice, I mean, it's pliable, material is really just sealed between two really rigid pieces of plastic. So that's how they got this. It is pretty decently lightweight. It's not as lightweight as an empty smart water bottle or another water bottle, but it is pretty nice. So yeah, that's my main complaint, is this. And when you're trying to drink water, you have, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's a pro to you. To me, it was a con, it was kind of a pain. I definitely switched from drinking out of this exclusively to filtering into a hard water bottle, like a smart water bottle, and then drinking from that. And then I would also drink from this sometimes, or if there was a lot of water, I would just drink from this exclusively sometimes. But I did find this part to be a real pain. But again, the upside to it is that you could filter very quickly, and it kept this. And then if you wanted to have that shape and form again, you just simply undo the filter, gets that air in there, and then you just screw it back on. And now you have something that's gonna pretty well stand up. It held up, you know, if you drop it, didn't really have any risk or concern of puncture. It's pretty darn durable at that, I will say that. But again, it is BPA, BPS, and BPF free, so that is nice to have. It definitely, it says its max temp is 140 degrees Fahrenheit, so you're not going to be able to put boiling water into it, obviously. I don't think you would, but it's fine. The other thing that was, I guess, kind of nice, but I never used it, was that you can put ice in this. The mouth opening is high enough or wide enough that you can put ice cubes in here, so you can have an iced drink, or snow if you have some nice, fresh, clean snow. Again, never used it, so I mean, I guess you could say as a pro, but wasn't for me. Didn't use it. So you know, pros, it's free from the chemicals that can or have been linked to cancer and some hormone dysregulation. It is nice in that you can just collapse it and you can filter without having to undo it for the water, for the air pressure. But again, the biggest con to me was that this thing would flop over. Sometimes it was almost like I felt like I lost it in my side of my pack because it had collapsed so much. But other than that, yeah, I recommend it. It does the job well. I think that it is something that if you haven't considered, you should probably look at it. But you know, if you have a tried and true method, then hey, go with that. But this is something I definitely did find value in. I did drink from it straight out from the bank of a creek or whatever, so it's fine, you can do that. But I would recommend it. It is fine, it's good. I don't see any reason why not to. So anyways, hope you got a little bit of something out of this. It's an alternative to just using a regular smart water bottle and having to squeeze really tough and really tight and really hard. This makes it definitely a lot easier. Just it does this. So hope you kind of enjoyed this a little bit. It's a quick review, or quickish review. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video, if there is a next video. Thanks, Andrew.